Hi everyone, I'm back with a few journal kits to show you. They're listed in my Etsy shop. I'm supposed to be making journals right now, but I've been getting requests for more kits, so I've put some together in a fall theme. So I've got 3 of these that have a upholstery fabric in them, and then I have 4 that have the vintage hardcover books. So I'm going to show you this one. What I've got on here is a piece of upholstery fabric in a charcoal gray and golden color here. It's really gorgeous, feels really nice. The cover would be about 6 by 9 if you were to use it this way. And then I had some papers in my stash from the Wings for Jonathan collection. So I've included them in here along with some coffee dyed papers and other things. So I'll just flip through so you can see. These are the 12 by 12 scrapbook papers that I just folded so you could trim it or do whatever you want. You can coffee stain this stuff, you can print on the back if you want. Book page. This is an eco print. This is a larger newsprint bag. A smaller bag. Another book page. So those are the pages. And then in this little folder, I've got some autumn themed things. Now this gorgeous lady here is an original vintage photo. And then there's a scrap of vintage lace behind her here and some cheesecloth. So I've just attached it to the folder here on the front. I thought that it would be a good way to ship things so that they can stay flat. So on the inside here I've got a piece of eco printed paper. This is watercolor, so it's nice and sturdy. You could use this as a layer in a collage, or you could make tags with this. Then I've got an old postcard. On this side I have a photo slide here. And then these are just skeleton leaves in a little bag. This is the back of a postcard. The front isn't as interesting, but it's sometimes nice to use the back of these. You can do some collage or some stitching and just some fun stuff. Then here I've got a maple leaf that I pressed. This here is from my burning bush, and this is also a maple that has turned a gorgeous gold and red color. And then some more eco prints. So these are fun again as tags or for collages, mixed media. The next one's got this gorgeous red upholstery fabric. Some gold on there, and this is a dark green, but it's almost charcoal depending on the light. It's really beautiful. And in here I've got similar papers, except this time I used some of my digitals from Miss Nellie, which has a beautiful nature theme. Book page. This is an envelope with a window. So again, you could use these in a separate journal that you wanted to make, or you could make a soft cover single signature book just with the supplies that I'm sending. And then this vintage cabinet card has a lovely young lady and some vintage lace, some cheesecloth, and an eco print. A very old postcard. This one has a stamp of 1908, April 16, 1908. Then again, some skeleton leaves, a couple of pressed leaves in here. I'm not too sure of the name of the long one. This is from a shrub, a variegated shrub. Another photo slide. And these, if you watch back to one of my other videos from the summer, spring or summer, I shared some ideas on how I use these. Then an old fall looking postcard here. It's got like a raised texture. It's really beautiful. And in here I've got a really large maple leaf. This is from, I can't remember if it's an elm, and this is a mountain ash. And then here, this is an eco print. When you look at it up close, you can see the details. And another one. This one is probably my favorite upholstery fabric in my stash. When I found this, it had two large sample pieces attached together, so it's gone a long way. I've used it several times. So there's some browns and greens and gold and red, orange here, just perfect for fall. Inside I have printed some of the pages from the latest collection in my store. So this is pages from Lady Eleanor's journal. It's a really nice kit for autumn, but it's also can be used, you know, with your Victorian ladies, your lace, sewing themes, but it combines the botanicals that we all love so much. So again, you could make a single signature journal here, or you could simply use these pages in other projects. The fabric cover could be used on its own, or you could cover a hardback cover if you wanted. It's also 6x9 folded. So these eco prints were too big for my little folder here, so I'll just show them to you quickly. So these are fun as backgrounds or tags. Here's another lovely lady and some lace. This is a vintage sort of coffee colored. It's just gorgeous. Even the back of these cards are gorgeous. And this one has an inscription. So inside we've got a gorgeous fall theme postcard. Some leaves here. There's a small oak leaf and a maple leaf behind it. A little piece of cheesecloth, a photo slide, and then some skeleton leaves in a little bag. This postcard back has a nice little note on it, and it's dated 1912. And then a couple of other leaves. This one here is a larger oak leaf and a red maple. And this one was really nice the way it curled up when I was pressing it. And a smaller eco print here. This was a raspberry from my raspberry bushes. Next I'm going to show you the 4 hardcover kits. So the first 2 have a Reader's Digest book. Now these are from the era of the cracking spines, so you may have to do a little bit of work once you gut the book. If you're planning on keeping the spine intact. And what I often do is I gut it and I immediately add a strip that's wider than the spine of either Tyvek or fabric or book cloth if I have it on hand. And so that immediately reinforces the spine so that if I do store it away, it doesn't have time to just crack and split on its own without even being manipulated. So with this one I included this cute little handkerchief that has a butterfly that was crocheted on the end and then little embroidered antenna. Super cute. You can see there's the cloth on the inside of this, which is still helping it hang on. This one is 1971, so many of these are the type that crack. They have, you know, improved them over the years. Another way that's fun to use these, which I've done as well, is just on binder rings or in your Bind It All or your cinch where you add the O wires. Okay, so this has gorgeous fall colors. This is brown and yellow. And then I have a little folder here of a few items. Very nice old photo here. On the inside we have a photo slide. This is not a vintage postcard, but it has vintage images on it. So you can alter this if you want, or use it for journaling on the back or for collaging. In here we've got the skeleton leaves in a few colors. Just an eco print. On this side we have another old photo. Looks like a family photo. And then more leaves. This one here is like a lighter color. This is golden and this is a dark red. These are super fun in journals. These are from the trading stamp booklets. So there's an entire sheet of on both sides. And these, if you wanted to use them separately and you wanted to get them off of the paper, you just need to soak them a few minutes in warm water and then let them dry face down on paper towel or something, and they will dry flat, and you can use them in your collages. This is just a blank page from another booklet. A very old receipt. This is from the 40s. I have a few other ones and they are dated 1948, 49. It's from a confectionery, candy, pastry, and ice cream. And another eco print. This one turned out really nice. Lots of great texture and color. This one is really cute. It's gold and orange. Really like the spine color on that. This is just a scrap from a larger tablecloth, and it has some stains, but it's been laundered. So you could coffee stain this or tea stain. The edges are really nice. So that would make nice little trim on your journal pages or your tags. This one here is actually Autumn 1970, and these are fun because even when you gut the Reader's Digest, you are left with tons of great photo or images on the inside that you can use. And you can even, if you're able to gut the book with the text block intact, you can even save these for your rainy day reading, because some of these stories are very good. Beautiful. Now this is a photo I really like. It looks like a father and mother and daughter. And they're all sitting and they seem to be just enjoying the scenery and each other's company. Just love it. So here I also have a little booklet much like the other one. And then another one of these modern postcards, but with a retro looking image on it. Again, some skeleton leaves. Eco print. This was from the rose bush. And then again the photo slide. This is a group photo of lots of handsome men. Another page from the trading stamp booklet. Some pressed leaves. Gorgeous colors. Another eco print. I don't know what these, what that circle is. I can't remember if I had some kind of berry when I was doing these. These are from like a few years ago. I've just been hanging on to them because I love looking at them. And then again, another invoice or receipt from the 40s. Next, I've got a smaller book. I would say the spine is almost an inch, not quite. And it's probably about 5 by maybe 7.5. I don't have my ruler here. And it's a really nice cover. So it's kind of a beige and it's book cloth. So you could do a lot with this. You could even leave it plain if you wanted, or you could add your photo to the front, or maybe some a metal embellishment. So the date on this, there's an inscription here that says 1918, and the book was published in 1917. So this would be just a huge stash of old book pages for you if you wanted to gut this. You could use the cover and then you'd have paper for a very long time for more journal projects, or to make envelopes or tags, or for collage. And then I've added this bingo card, and this is a old napkin. It's got stains, but if you tea stain that, everything would blend together. These are all laundered. They're nice and clean. But the embroidery on this is really pretty. So you could cut this up and do just about anything. You know, use for layering or pockets. And then on the folder here, I've got an old photo. This was part of a stash that I acquired, and some of these are damaged and some are kind of cut weird, but it just adds to how charming they are that they've been around for so long. But I think just her expression, oops, sorry, her expression is just priceless. They were often very serious in the old photos. This is the back. I love it. So on the inside here, I've got this gorgeous image here on a postcard, and there's even a note on here, and it's dated 1932. So that's a beautiful fall image. And then some pressed leaves. Love the color on this. This is from one of the maples that I have that it doesn't turn red, it just goes like a really golden color. And then they all fall, the leaves all fall. So, and then on the back here, that's from the Virginia creeper that's growing on my back fence. This one here, I can't remember what that tree is. Another photo slide. These are all amateur garden pictures on these. Some of them turned out really nice. I don't know who from. But you could keep that as is, or you could embellish this. You could do all kinds of stuff, like I mentioned earlier. Some skeleton leaves in here. There's 2 or 3 of them. And then a very old postcard. This one's dated 1907. And then a couple of eco printed scraps. Love the design that was left behind with that one. The last one is probably my favorite cover. It's definitely appropriate for a fall theme journal. It's really tattered. The edges are worn. Somebody did a little bit of doodling or scribbling on here, but that makes it just all the more lovable. And the date on this one let's see, somebody even drew a tractor or Jeep or something. 1960. And it's full of great little history in there. So these would be fun as book pages or envelopes or pockets. You'd have paper for all kinds of projects. And then with the lovely lady here, I have a scrap from a tablecloth. Really beautiful crocheted edge in a beige and yellow. And then this textured cotton. So you could do lots with something like that. And then that's the back of the image. Look at her dress. Amazing. Again, photo slide and another very old postcard. May 19, looks like maybe 1907 back there. And then this one is kind of like harvest looking. So I thought it was appropriate for this particular kit. Looks like, I don't know, cherries and other things that have been collected from the orchard or the garden. And then this one is dated May 3rd, 1910. And it has A note to someone's sister. Hannah wrote to her sister. Awesome. An old bingo card. Here I've got a very rich brown colored oak leaf, a beautiful orange and red maple leaf, and another one of these longer brown leaves. Skeleton leaves. More eco print. Gorgeous. So these are all listed on Etsy right now, so if you're interested you can head over there. I've got the links below the video. I'm not sure now if I'm going to continue making kits. I've got some children's books, a few other types of books that I might list, or I'm going to go back to making some journals like I had previously planned. Hi everyone!